Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. So today I thought we would work on adding some signatures into this journal we created together. I just dug out some papers that I have. It's a little bit of everything. I've got some cardstock. I thought this picture from a calendar was really pretty. This side we can always cover up. That is just some regular white copy paper that I have, but this is some coffee stained paper. I have some regular notebook paper, some digital prints that I printed out that we could add. So I figured I would go through here, kind of pick out what I want in here, and get started on that. So I am going to do, I will probably do 3 signatures. Yeah, probably 3 signatures with 10 sheets of paper in each signature. So I will count out 3 piles of paper of 10 sheets each, and that is what we'll work on putting into the journal. Okay, so I have my 3 groups, 1, 2, and my third one's over here, of paper. Not that we really have to have them grouped out yet. So I just chose just random pieces. I wanted something with images. I wanted some plain. So I have like, this almost feels like a very lightweight construction paper here. Some digital printouts. If I can find the links where I purchased these printouts from, I will leave them in the description box below. But honestly, I have so many digital printouts that I've purchased, I probably can't tell you everywhere that I got them from. This piece here I printed out on cardstock. And what I do is I go through and I fold each page in half first. This is just regular notebook paper, loose leaf notebook paper. And I won't keep them in this order that I'm folding. I'm just folding them right now, and then I'll kind of arrange them later before I put them in the book. Of what order I want them. This one's so pretty. All the butterflies and then like a polka dot on the other side. So I will do that for each section. Okay, so I have all of my papers. Oops, that goes over here. Folded in half. So then I am just going to arrange each of them, each of the signatures how I want them. So I really like this paper. So that'll probably be my first one. And then I will probably put like a blank page. And then sometimes once I think I have them arranged, I will still rearrange them again. There's no rhyme or reason how I do this. It's preference. It's your own personal preference on how you like things to go together. All right, so yeah, I think I'll do that. I do not want, this is a piece of the writing paper, so I do not want that in the center. So I am, where's the little gray? I like this gray one. And I think this gray paper, I don't even know where I got that from. It just showed up. So I think the gray paper I'll probably use in the center of all of them. And then I will just, and they're all different sizes right now, but we're going to trim them down later in order for them to fit inside the book. So I just kind of make sure that I have all of them even at the bottom, which that one looks like it is. I should get some paper clips to clip on this. Actually, hang on. Well, here. That'll work. So I will just do that with the other two as well. Okay, so I have all of them folded in place where I want them, what page I want it to start. And then I use that gray kind of construction paper for the very center of each one of them. So the next thing I want to do is figure out where I want to punch my holes in my book. I do not make this precise, but I do make sure that all my holes going this way are even, and then my holes going down are even. But as where they're spaced between here, I don't really measure that. But of course you always can. So you could measure halfway in the middle where you want your center holes to be. And honestly, like, this is 7 3/4. Here's a pen. Oh, here's a little marker. That'll be better. So I'll just go a little less than 4. Okay. So actually that will probably be good. And then I will come down, let's come down just an inch from the top, and then an inch from the bottom. So that really does not look too bad. But yeah, I just eyeball these, really. So that's where hang on, now I forgot where I put them. Okay. So I want to make sure I got this one here a little lopsided, so when I punch that hole, I'll make sure I come down a little bit. But I just want to make sure that like going down this way, they're even, and then going across that they're even. So that's pretty, that looks pretty good. All right, and then I will use my little hole punchy here. Always use the smallest setting, which is the 1/8, and line it up and punch the hole. Make sure I come down just a little bit. Perfect. My first journal that I made, which actually really wasn't that long ago, excuse me, I did not have this little tool here, and I used like this pick tool that I actually stole from my husband. But that was a little difficult for me to do. Okay. All right, so now that we have our holes in here, then we can work on getting the holes that one came down a little too far. Excuse me, but it'll be okay. I think so. I hope so. So what I will do with these is, let's see. Hang on. First, all right, so this is going to be my first signature. This one will be my second, and this one will be my third. So I'm actually, a lot of times I'll do all three together, but I am going to all right, this will be the front of my journal. So I am going to line this one up with the first set of holes, this one up with the second set, and then the third one up with the third set of holes. And I will just place the edge down here where I want it to line up in the book. I'm not worried about the top because the top, we're going to turn that off. So I think that is pretty good. So then I will make a mark on the side of the book here to line up with the holes that I punched in the journal. And I will do that for the other two as well. Okay, so I have all three marked where I want to poke the holes. So make sure I keep these in order. Make sure I keep track of what side is going to be the front. So now what I want to do. Hang on. I want to mark where I want to cut these. So really, this front page here is pretty darn good. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing with the other two. I'm going to line them up how I want to cut them. And get them marked so we can start cutting those. All right, so I will say this is the most difficult part for me, is cutting these pages, and hopefully I stay out of the way so you guys can see. So I just line up my ruler to the mark that I made for the height that I want, and I am just going to use my knife and cut these down. I don't have a lot of strength in my hands, so I struggle with this part. I'm not worried about my table because this is an old ancient table. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to do the same with the edge here. I'm going to line up my ruler where I made my mark. I think I might need a new blade, or maybe it's just the operator. Okay, I got them all. All right, and then I will do the same thing with the other two. Okay, so I have them all cut down to size. Hopefully they are just about even. Actually, it looks like one might be a little bit taller, so we can fix that. Cleaned up my mess. I did keep my big scraps here, and I'll throw them down in my box. And I kept a little of these because we can use these later on for something else or something throughout the journal. So we have matching papers. So actually I'm going to, that back one is just a little bit taller. Not much, just a little bit. I'm just going to clamp those two together. So I think this one kept moving on me. And that's why I changed rulers. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just close. There we go. All right. Move these out of the way. All right. So then what I will do, I am going to open these up. Make sure I have them lined up. I moved it. I'm going to grab some clips. Excuse me. And I'm going to clip the top and the bottom, one on each side here. And that's just so that I can make sure that my papers don't move when I go to poke holes in them. Okay, so I have each one clipped. I hope. I have a bad habit of excuse me, one of these days my cough will go away. There we go. That might help. Okay. Looks like it is lined up. Just trying to keep my center here on all my pages lined up, because I have a bad habit of them moving on me when I go to punch my holes. So again, I'm just going to use my hole punch, and I'm going to punch where I put my little marks. Okay. So then I will do the same for each of these. I'll go ahead and fold them back this way. Keep my lines. In the center. Yep, there we go. It's a bad thing about using a black marker when there's black on the paper. Sometimes you lose your mark. Perfect. Crease that a little better. Flip it so it doesn't move. Okay. That one kind of faded into the butterfly a little bit. Okay, so that one, make sure I had all the little scraps out of there. Clean that up. All right, so that's the first one. It's going to be the second one, and that is going to be the third one. All right, so I am going to use white cotton thread. I believe it is a size 3. This is crochet thread. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's the Artiste brand. It's a very soft cotton if you're crocheting. And then I'm just going to measure it 3 times the length or width, whatever you want to call it, of the book. So there's 1, 2, 3. A little bit for good measure. I have a knot. Cut that out. So 1, 2, 3. A little bit more for good measure. And then actually I'll start with the last one. So I think we're safe to take the clips off. And it should go like this. Yep. Okay. Just making sure. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Oh. First, let's get a piece of our thread. Put it in our needle. Now I'm using a big darning needle. I have a ton of these because I crochet. Excuse me. So they have a bigger eye on them for this size thread. And so I'm just going to go into the center hole of my last signature. And then, yes, I got it right. So on this last row of holes here, I'm going to go into the center one there. Pull it through. Try not to mess up your papers too bad. And then leave a little bit of string here because we're going to be tying this. So then I'm going to go straight up and go through the top hole, through the book, and then I am going to come through the top hole of my papers. I got them a little offline there. So then on the inside, you're going to go all the way down to the bottom hole and come through the bottom hole in the book. And then you're going to come back through in the center and come through again. So now you have 2. So this center string going down, you want to make sure is in the center of these 2. so you have one on each side. So I am just going to even up my thread just a little bit more. I'm going to pull it snug, not too tight, not too tight because you don't want to tear your papers. And then I am going to tie a knot. So I am going to go right over left, left over right, and then right over left again. And then I'm just going to leave these long. I will even them up. But I won't cut them off yet. And then I'm just going to crease my paper again. So I am going to do the same thing with the center one. Before you unclip your paper, it's probably wise to put your thread in your needle first. Go through the center hole. Center holes in the book. Come up the top. Go through the top hole of your paper. Oops. Come all the way down to the bottom. Through the bottom hole of the book. And come out the center. And then make sure you have one string on each side of your main string going down. Pull it snug. Not too tight, just snug. And then tie a knot, right over left, left over right, right over left again. And then just even up your strings. And then crease your paper again. We'll do both sides. I don't think that side needed it, but we'll do it anyways. All right. Thread. Oh, well, maybe. There we go. All right. Make sure we have it the right direction. I haven't sewn anything in backwards yet. That is a yet. Okay, center, top, all the way down to the bottom. And then back through the center again. Maybe. Pull it tight. Snug, I guess, not too tight. Tie a knot. Right over left, left over right, right over left again, and even your tails. And later you can do whatever you want with these. You can leave them dangly. I normally, oh, sorry. Okay, so this one, I cut them off. I cut them short to where they're inside the book. But you can leave them dangling out as well. So then fold that over. crease the papers. So then we have our signatures in our book. Lots of pretty pages to decorate later. This one, look at that. It came out a little jagged. I like that. Well, we're going to have to make some more jagged like that. So next time I think we will work on the cover. I do have my ribbon picked out for my tie. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. All I'm going to do, because I want my tie down first before I start decorating my cover. So I am just going to line this up center here. And I'm just going to glue it on the spine right now. I'll glue the front later. Excuse me. When I decide exactly what I want it to do. Okay, a few of those might get, a little bit of it might get glued because I got it a little off center. Well, my goodness. I thought I had it centered because I did glue this on, and then I had to end up taking it off because I was like, wait, I don't want to do that yet because I didn't want holes poked in my ribbon. Okay. So we might end up I'll leave it just in case. I will probably decorate over it, not under it. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and glue the rest of it down. No biggie. All right. Do the same with the back side. All right, so we have our ribbon. Wipe my glue off here. All right, so then we can at least tie our little book closed right now. All right. So, yep, the next time we will decorate the front of this. See what I can come up with. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that you are here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all so you don't miss any future content from me. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.